Hi guys, welcome back. Makashi here. I just wanted to give you a little update on, well, this is more of a synthesis video on the whole Radicoida situation. So firstly, O7 and big up to VR Florian over on YouTube for doing some other investigations into both this and the anomalies. It's been great having you in the stream and sort of talking about all this. And thanks again for like putting more content out about it, because without a doubt, the knee-jerk reaction from many people is justly that this is a bug. So I wanted to create this just more of a synthesis of everything we've investigated since this all started. So this document is a slightly more involved. The goal of this video is I will just get everything on the screen. I'm not going to read through the whole thing for you, okay? If you want to read it all, just pause it and read it. It's cool. But basically, on the 13th, I will read some of this, and then most of this stuff over here, I'll just like scroll through in a sec. So here's what we know about the Radicoidas. On the 13th of November in 2025, Frontier gave players access to HIP 87621, which was a system which was permit locked for a decade before then. The system had been changed from the previous system maps that we'd managed to acquire in a number of novel ways that we've since quantified, and I've just realised I've not put in this document yet, but I do have record of, and I think it is over in the notes over here. And they had added 24 POIs, 23 of which are this new Radicoida Unica. When you instance with them by gliding down, it goes all crazy, and when the Radicoida is loaded into your game, you start loading the game from the 14th of August 2015. If you re-instance with a Radicoida site, you go back to that moment again. So it's like a reset of the tape. The state persists for your entire game session, regardless of any action you take. There's no obvious visual, auditory, or spectrographic evidence that the Radicoidas respond to anything. There's no obvious cause and effect, though we can't find any way to stop it happening other than that we have identified like what we think is a separate bug, where when you approach a POI that has clouds with your frameshift drive charged, like going me, the thing won't load. So that is how we proved that this statement at the top here is true, that the asset is loaded, because you can fly up to where the Radicoida will be with your Super Cruise charged at 2.5 kilometers, and it won't be there until you cancel it, and then it pops in, and then the time skip happens. So that's what happens. There's no obvious cause and effect. Now, many people say it's pointless because it does nothing. It's not true. Being time skip lets you do mad stuff. Like, it lets you teleport in front of the eyes of other players. And I was messing around at the community goal doing this. The recent Kestrel community goal. It lets you teleport. So I'm going to leave the context of this on the screen, okay? So here's some interesting information about the epoch date in the Stellar Forge simulation that you can read if you're interested in. And this is how you use the time skip to teleport. So you can read that in your own time. Now, here is the actual timeline of everything that happened, okay? I want to be clear. On the 13th of November, when this was found by me, because we landed there in response to the big event that was happening, I was in shock at how dreadful it looked when all of the lighting changed. And I didn't play the game for 13 days after. Like, I literally got to the Radicoidas. It happened. I landed at them. I was like, are you serious? This is it. This is what all of that mystery for the last month has been about, is these big trees. And I logged out, and I didn't log back in for 2 weeks. Because I was genuinely just like, they're washed. They've lost it. They don't know what they're doing anymore. That if that is what all this led up to, they're tilted. They've lost the game. They've lost the plot completely. And honestly, like, what brought me back on the 26th was that I might as well, like, if I do love the game, so I might as well just do a bit of ExoBio and get the suit cashed in on my account, right? Like, there's no point in being petty. And that was how we then discovered it on the 26th of November, which I've added a previous video explaining the detail of that, and you can read it here as well, like, get the gist of it. And so we started the investigation, and that was when on the next day we worked out that it was possibly a feature, probably a bug, but it was definitely reproducible and looked like time travel. You can see that, as I say, we figured it's blatantly a bug and it would get addressed in due course. We continue to check in on it. I posted about it on Reddit, but I was called names. I was told I was stupid for wondering if it could be real, so I just stopped talking about it. And then another couple of months passed, and then this video came out, and that was what like kicked off the whole thing. And now it's just popping off, right? Like, it's now the like eighth most heavily voted thing, like the eighth most heavily voted thing in the whole game. Like, it's up there with we want to be able to land on Earth-like planets. I need all of you to go and upvote it, by the way. We need to find out like whether it's real. So I've tried to cooperate with Canon. I've tried to cooperate with the Children of Raxxla. I've tried to cooperate with existing groups that profess to be interested in the mysteries of this game. And people just reject it as a bug on first instinct and then won't review it any further. So, and that's what a lot of you keep doing as well. So that's where we're at. There is no new information. It continues to happen. This was the notes from our second stage investigation. This is the notes from the 29th of Jan, is it? Or 24th of Jan. Please help. We need your help looking into it. You can help by going to HIP87621, experiencing time skip, upvoting the issue in the issue tracker. You can talk to your friends about it. Ask them why they dismiss it as a bug rather than entertaining the idea this could be a real indicator as to where we should be looking. Lastly, I'd just like to give you a hit list of why I think it's not a bug. Frontier chose to release this system to us after 10 years of it being permit locked. Not a single member of the public had asked for an event or a mystery related to a permit lock system at all. They could have not done this and no one would have complained or cared. In the system, they placed 24 custom POIs at specific coordinates on planets. 23 of them are Radicoidas, one of them is a crashed ship. The crashed ship does not invoke this. All 23 Radicoida sites do. It always takes you to the same moment in time, which is the 14th of August 3301/2015. The nearest star system to HIP 87621 is 0.88 light years away, which is clearly an 88 reference. And there are many, many references to 88 in this situation, which I would accept are probably Easter eggs or cultural references to Back to the Future, as a way of making it very clear to us, yes, this is time travel. Yes, this is in the game. Like, yeah. Some people, they can't believe their own eyes. When they see something, they can't believe what they're seeing. And I think that's what we're observing in this situation. It fascinates me deeply, like at a sociological level. So please do get stuck in. Try to remain open-minded. In my opinion, this is a clear evidence that Frontier are making a return to form. And they are reinvigorating the old pattern of having mysteries. I'll be honest though, my concern is that this was a test to see if the community is too damaged to go down this path. And I think you might be proving that we are. I think the community might be proving that you are too gaslit to be able to be taken down these paths of mysteries, because you will just reflex say, no, it's a bug, it's not real. So it's a shame in a sense, but I hope that's not the case. I hope they're going with it. It looks like they are with DW3. 07.